Well, that's no good.
Hello, I'm Ted. Spoiler alert. These tools are the end goal. I got there in the end, but not without some fumbles along the way. This is part 2 of my attempt to make some carbide wood turning tools. If you've not seen part 1, don't bother watching that video, since I'll be repeating the steps from that video in this one. You are of course welcome to watch the first video if you want to see me fumble around just trying to use inadequate tools and knowledge. It might be good for a laugh. I purchased this Dremel routing table specifically for the job, thinking that it might have other uses. I had some issues getting the table adjusted.
Well, that's no good. Let's try this again.
As you can see in the video snippets, I tried several different configurations with the router table.
I'm making progress. It's still not flat, but let's boost it up. Time to play with a hacksaw. Nothing like a dollar store hacksaw. Well, that's okay. Not exactly flat, but we'll fix that.
After removing the bulk of the material with a abrasive cutting disc, I used a grindstone to flatten the mounting surface and create a cutout roughly the shape of the circle carbide bit.
Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Well, it's got a little circle. Obviously, I'm going to have to cut more off, but progress, progress. Woohoo!
I then began the layout to drill and tap the holes for the inserts mounting screw.
Oops, wrong one. Oh, nothing like precision.
I used a spring-loaded setter punch to create a dimple in the steel so that the drill bit would not wander.
Yeah, let's make sure that goes down. That seems pretty light.
Obviously, it was the first time I'd used the tool. Everything you do must have a first time.
Yeah, that's better. Well, let's see if we can drill some holes that are straight.
I used my dad's drill press this time instead of the hand drill I had used last time for this first set of holes on the other end of the bars. Again, it was obvious the drill press was another tool which I had not yet mastered.
Well, that didn't work so great. Guess I need to tighten it up more. Take 70,000. Did I mention I have absolutely no metal working experience? Tool number 2. Yes, I don't know how much oil I'm supposed to be using, but I only have the one bit. Let's hope that's good enough. Well, here's proof that I have no experience in metalworking. Even with a drill press, I can't get the hole in the center. Oh well. It ought to work though. Just need to do some cleanup. And we ought to have some fun. Eventually.
Then came the time to thread the holes with the tap. Again, a tool which I have no experience with other than the other end of the steel bars during my first attempt.
Wow, I just noticed how bad the lighting is. I keep shadowing everything. Maybe I need to move down to the other end of these slabs. Whew.
I was happy just to have the threads straight and not to have broken the tap. Next, I did the same for the second tool.
probably can't hear it, but there's raccoons up there in the ceiling.
The raccoons turned out to be squirrels, and they made quite a mess.
Should be just about there. There we go. Now all I need to do is do some good old cleanup and round over those edges and make some handles. Oh, and countersink so I can put the screws in. That might be important.
I used a larger drill bit to widen the mouth of the screw holes so the screws would sink into the steel far enough to snug up a carbide insert.
Okay, looks like that'll work. I'm going to have to do some shaping around the front there. Some cleanup on the bottom. It's a little deeper than I wanted, but got a cut. Okay, some more shaping needs to be done, but not terrible.
Next, I used a bench grinder I found at my dad's shop to put an angle on the front of the tools. I then rounded off the corners of the bar for the round tool. I then tested the inserts for fit.
Okay, time to make some handles.
In the next video, I'll show how I made the handles for the tools using the bare tools in part to do so. I finally get to use the lathe.
Well, that's no good. Well, this isn't fun at all. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, Ted. Oh, hey, let's pause that video. See if we can get that off there without breaking it. Yeah, way to go, Ted. Get your hands right in the way of the video.